Good evening, everyone. Adam Schiff is just waiting for Nancy Pelosi to move on. This guy who came from Massachusetts, Framingham, Massachusetts, I believe. I'm originally from Massachusetts. Lou Merloni's from Massachusetts. He ended up moving out to California, where he knew the Democrats are obviously well loved. He is just waiting for Nancy Pelosi to move on. You have to remember, Nancy Pelosi is hooked up with the Jay Getty oil family. We know about her relatives over in Maryland. We know that she's related to Gavin Newsom, who I think should be another name that we should look out for. And Dianne Feinstein, that's hilarious because her husband had dealings with Russia. But nothing's said about that. But she'll be moving on shortly. So now you're left with Kamala, did I say that right? Harris. And you're going to have Adam Schiff. I believe there's a gentleman named Tony West one should look out for. He's actually the brother-in-law of Kamala. He's married to the sister, who's, I believe, a correspondent over at CNN. Interesting enough. Tony West, I believe, is an attorney general. He's made a couple little runs, but I think you're going to see him become a bigger name. I could be wrong, but I think it's possible. So that old crowd is moving on. They're going to have to. They're getting up there in age, and they're going to have to move on. They're not going to hang on and hang out like Strom Thurmond did, way past his prime. You know, the KKK guy there from the Carolinas, I believe, that Hillary Clinton looked up to. Interestingly enough, no surprise there. But I think Adam Schiff is positioning himself. I don't think he cares about Nancy Pelosi. I don't think he likes Nancy Pelosi. He's an opportunist. He's trying to make a name for himself because you're looking at a man who would love to make a run. He's going to make a run for president. He's going to hit that Senate first, I think. Maybe he won't, but I think he's looking at that. He wants to be the big man over there in California. And I think he's got a chance. Harris did not live up to her potential. They thought she would be more. I don't think she's got much going on there. She doesn't have a lot of ties. I mean, her mother rather, is, I think, is a scientist of some sort from India. But I don't see anything there. But Tony West being married to the sister, now that's a connection I'm interested in because I think that should pan out to something. I think Tony West his name will come up again. But I think Adam Schiff is just positioning himself. It's got nothing to do about caring or anything like that. Has nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. He's positioning himself. He's a smart idiot. I can't think of any better phrase. That's what he is. Oh, use Joy Behar's word. He's a useful idiot. I think he's been played by the Russians. We know Dianne Feinstein's got connections with Russia from her husband. And the whole scandal with the post office. If you guys look in history, you'll find that. But Adam Schiff, he doesn't like Nancy Pelosi. He just wants to position himself to be the big dog one day. He's an opportunist. That's it. I appreciate you watching this video. Thank you for your time, and God bless.